Welcome back to the channel where the art is always random and so am I. Today's another sketchbook vlog episode with your host Addis187, and I'm bringing you a review for a pretty old movie called Ocean's 11 with Matt Damon, George Clooney, Brad Pitt, Julia Roberts, aka a bunch of people that were super famous back then and your mom might know, or someone who's old. So yeah, it was a big deal back in the day, getting a bunch of superstars together. Imagine they put in Robert Downey Jr., they put in The Rock, they put in I don't know, throw somebody else famous in there, Kendrick Lamar in one movie, and be like, oh my god, it's a movie. But yeah, the video was actually supposed to be a giveaway video, but I couldn't record it due to my job making me work 8 days in a row. It would have actually been more, but luckily for me, it got closed down because of the snow, so I had one extra day off. And yeah, I recorded a video, but I didn't get it done, so that's coming soon. I guess I'll do a Christmas giveaway after Christmas, because it's like me, procrastinating to the last minute. But now let's get started with the actual video. First of all, why am I reviewing a movie from 2001? A really old movie at that. Well, because I had nothing better to watch that day, and I decided to watch the movie for the first time. What's the movie about, you may ask? Well, let me tell you. I always used to hear about Ocean's 11 when I used to watch WWE back in the USA Network. So I was like, okay, this movie might be good. And then I Googled it, and apparently it was pretty decent. So I decided to watch it. Ocean's 11 is a heist movie from 2001. It was on Netflix, but unfortunately, I think they took it down because a few minutes ago I was looking for it and I couldn't find it. But I do suck at researching things, so maybe you can find it. If so, let me know down below. Anyways, the movie has Brad Pitt, George Clooney, Matt Damon, Julia Roberts, and all of them old people that are super famous back in the day that, well, I mentioned earlier, they're super famous still in a way, kinda, yeah. Anyways, the movie starts off with Danny Ocean, played by George Clooney. He gets out of jail and is on parole. He wants to make some money and do a giant heist. Unfortunately for him, he can't do it alone and needs a team. He goes to his friend Rusty Ryan, to help him get a team together to rob a casino. The casino holds $160 million and is said to be impenetrable. So what do? That's right, they try to break into a place where nobody can break in because, movies or whatever. So all heist movies consist of the same formula for the most part. There's a giant thing they want to rob, or they want to get a bunch of money, but they can't do it alone, so they got to get a super team. There's always that guy, the guy who is really good at hacking. There's a guy who's really good at climbing. There's a professional driver. So he goes looking for specialists of every kind of job in that field. Like I said, the basic stuff. There's a guy who drills holes, there's a guy who hacks, there's a guy who's driving. One is good at making pancakes, one is good at Mario, one does the clone jitsu. And yes, I made those last few up, but you get the point. Now that they have the team, they start planning ways of getting around security and so on. The rest is just them doing that. Not much else explaining to do. Basically that. Just they want to break into an unbreakable building. And that's basically the whole movie. And a lot of the things I saw in this movie, I saw throughout movies later on. So I'm not I think this was a reboot of a movie, like the movie that came out 30-40 years ago before that, and they just remade it like they always do. But I think this was pretty good. I never saw the original, but this was well done. So yeah, I don't want to talk the rest of the movie because the rest is just for you to watch. Like literally the movie is that they're trying to break into something. That's it. Like there's not much else to know, but overall it was pretty enjoyable. The movie is pretty old, like I said, but it holds up. I really enjoyed all characters interacting with each other, which is to be expected considering every person in the movie was a really, really good actor and, well, rarely ever disappoints. Danny Ocean, played by George Clooney, and Brad Pitt were a super good team together. They were really, really good well together, and they balanced each other out. They both played off each other very well. I also like the one British guy who I think isn't British. I'm pretty sure he's American pretending to be British. And also there's an Asian guy who's part of a circus, and yeah, he's the one who's sneaking into super tight spaces, and he does a cool backflip, and I don't know, I was just like, oh, this is entertaining, I guess. And one of my favorite scenes is where he's inside a vault. You'll see it, and there's a bomb in there, and that's all I'm gonna say. And like I said, this movie's from the 2000s, so don't expect super crazy effects. They did what they had to do back in the day, and it doesn't compare to anything nowadays, but considering how old it is, it still kind of makes, like, holds up. So yeah. The only thing I really disliked about the movie, well, it's kind of to be expected. It's an old movie, So a lot of the things they did then are super played out now, and even back then they were played out. But considering all things considered, it was pretty well overall made. So I would recommend it. Let me see, just give it a rating from now on so we can finish this review. I'd review it and give it a 7.5 Kanye's out of 10. It is worth watching. Is it worth buying on DVD? I don't think so. But if one day you could find it somewhere, or it comes back to Netflix, or maybe it's on Hulu, I highly recommend it when you're bored and have nothing better to do. But if you do want something else to watch, I recommend, you know what, I'll make that a review for the next video. I will recommend Django Unchained. It is very, very bad profanity and a lot of blood, but you will enjoy that movie. It is great. So, not much else to say. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm out. And like I said, wait, before I go. Like I said, the giveaway is coming soon, probably in 2 videos from now, or maybe sooner, depending on how I get my stuff together. So stay tuned for that. Now I'm out.